Dear friends of the Baltic Sea region, ladies and gentlemen, in true Baltic region fashion, you have combined several events into one joint conference, making the most of local and regional synergies around the Baltic Sea. It's an honor for me to address at the same time representatives of the Baltic Youth Conference, participants in the Baltic Sea States Sub-Regional Cooperation Annual Conference, and colleagues from the Baltic Sea Region Transnational Programme. I know that networking and cooperation are highly developed skills for you, and I am very hopeful that you will be able to put these skills to good use when it comes to the programming of future cohesion policy funds in your area. I also wish to thank Norway for its continued and constructive commitment to cohesion policy. The European Economic Area and Norway grants provide welcome additional funding for cohesion in the European Union. When it comes to territorial cooperation, Norway has always been an active participant in cross-border and transnational programs. We are grateful to have such neighbors by our side. As European Commissioner for Regional Policy, I have always argued that Europe needs to focus its public investments on measures to enhance growth, and in particular those outlined in the European 2020 strategy. It seems that this message has now been taken on board by European leaders, and we will now make even greater efforts to ensure we focus our investments on growth, on structural measures to promote employment and innovation, and strengthen our competitiveness in the global market. In the current debate on the next financial period, the European Commission has proposed a budget of over €300 billion for cohesion after 2013. We have made a strong case that all regions of the European Union should receive support from cohesion policy and have made legislative proposals to guarantee that this support is spent more effectively on delivery of Europe 2020. I know that the territorial cooperation dimension of our proposals is important to you. We have argued that territorial cooperation is one of the instruments where the European added value is most obvious and visible. Without strong financial support from Europe, there would be limited activities on some of our borders, and transnational synergies would certainly be less developed. In your region, you have the opportunity to benefit even more from territorial cooperation thanks to the EU strategy for the Baltic Sea region. It provides an excellent opportunity and framework for the countries of the region to work together towards greater integration, a healthier environment, and increased innovation to ensure that prosperity in the region is maintained. You have benefited from a stable transnational program for many years, and the more recent macro-regional strategy is now giving an extra boost to cooperation. For the 2014-2020 period, you have a great opportunity to make real headway in a number of areas. You are certainly among the best placed regions in Europe to make cooperation between states and regions work for you and bring real added value that your citizens can feel and see. As a result of your long-standing cooperation, I will expect to see from the Baltic Sea region partners a very strong and strategic program based not only on the successful projects implemented so far, but also on the results of the more recent flagship projects identified by the strategy and partly financed by the transnational program. The new regulations strengthen the links between programs and macro-regional strategies. This time around, all the tools are in the box. You now need to make full use of them. I count on you to continue to show the way in this regard. Many other parts of Europe are watching your example. Ladies and gentlemen, our common goal is to stimulate growth, innovation and competitiveness in the European Union as a whole and in Baltic Sea region in particular. We can only achieve this if we work together in the same direction. You are all key players in this process. You will need to show vision and leadership when it comes to the use of European funding. I know I can count on you to rise to the challenge, and you know you can count on the European Commission to be by your side in this process. I wish you a fruitful and constructive conference.